Well, thanks everyone. I'm going to be co-hosting tonight with Dale Calvert, myself. Just then he goes, "Oh, co-host. Wait a minute, am I really going to be the co-host tonight?" About really this last weekend and some of the new things, and just share some stuff with you tonight that has got us really excited about where we're going and kind of the whole concept of developing a. Dale, I loved your thought process around fan acquisition. I mean, when I think about fans, you gave me a new sort of meaning in my mind about what a fan is and how that can turn into a customer. I thought what we might do tonight, for those of you that are on there, which are guests, because I know there's some guests that have joined us here tonight, is just kind of touch a little bit on what Collect Direct is. You know, Dale, you had a chance to meet with the CEO and owner of the company a while back and flew in and saw the warehouses and so on. And so when I say a category creator, a company that has millions and millions of actual items that eventually will be for sale on a shopping cart, you had to go see it for yourself, didn't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because when you really hear the story, it's like, how could this even be possible? You know, it's like who would be buying product collectibles for that long with the idea of one day starting this business? I mean, it took a very special visionary to even think about making something like that happen. And it's just really hard to wrap your mind around something that's never been done before. So yeah, I had to go see it myself. I know a lot of people got to see it this weekend as well, to at least get through one of the warehouses. And everybody I've talked to that had the opportunity to do that was just literally blown away by everything that they saw there.
Yeah, and
Yeah, for sure.
and folks, Dale is somebody who's had a lot of business success in the world, both traditionally and as well as he was at one point. You had your own collectible stores. That kind of got you excited when you start hearing about this concept. But do your own research, folks, and go look at the collectible industry. Go to Forbes magazine, go to other things, and you'll get your head around what really is happening in this collectible world. But many of you will look at this and say, "Well, listen, I'm not a collector." Well, let's talk about that for a second for a business case. Dale, I'm not a collector, let's say. How could I participate here? What makes sense to you to participate in Collect Direct for those that might be guests here thinking about this?
I'm not looking for collectors. I'm looking for entrepreneurial spirited people. I mean, and that's my response. I'm not looking for collectors. If you're a collector, great. That's phenomenal. But I'm looking for entrepreneurial spirited people that understand we're in front of something here that will have no competition, that is projected to be $1 trillion market by 2033. And we don't have to go into the marketplace and convince people to try our product. And that's the big distinction between this and any other business. You don't have to convince people to try your product, because collectors want to add to their collection. That's what they want to do. That's what they're looking to do. That's what they're hoping to do. And once you really start to understand that, and I think a lot of people are, see, if somebody's trying to convince me to buy something I already want, it creates a red flag. It's like, of course I want this Pete Rose card. I love Pete Rose. Why are you trying to sell it to me? Why are you trying to convince me to buy it? And we're approaching it like we've maybe approached other programs or products. And like I said at the event, this ain't that. This ain't that. It's different. And I think the more as a company we start to understand that and just go into the marketplace with confidence, the quicker, faster, easier this is all going to happen for everybody.
You heard me maybe share my idea of the back pocket, and how when somebody came up to me with a jersey on and said to me, "Oh, is that Kelsey's jersey?" And I said, "No, it's Patrick Mahomes." And they said they loved Kelsey, and I said, "Well, geez, I've got a Kelsey in my back pocket." "What? I've got a Kelsey, card in my back pocket. I could share with you. Would you be interested?" "Absolutely." Well, I pulled my phone out, and just like that, I'm able to take Kelsey with a link on the Kelsey card that's attached to my bank account, in a sense, because if I could send it to this person and they bought it as a customer, as a fan of that particular player, I get a retail reward. And that's how simple it is when you think about point clicking and sharing and not having to have the inventory in your presence. You have a shopping experience that's growing every day. And that really is, Dale, why you're so darn excited. Myself as an entrepreneur, I've said, hey, I'm hitching my wagon here. And looking at this is not a short-term blip in my economic, progress in my life. It's a long-term build, because customers and fans are everywhere. But the beautiful thing is 24 hours a day, you can share this with such ease, right? With our strategy. So Dale, we kind of looked at this event as the launching, because we started August 1st. And that was kind of the trials of getting it tested out. I mean, I had people buying things today, and I was getting emails from the company today saying, congratulations, so-and-so bought something. That didn't exist like 2 weeks ago. It's just starting now. That must excite you to see the infrastructure coming together before your very eyes.
Yeah, it does. And, it's been a progression, and, and I believe that it'll continue to progress, and it'll be what we, we're pioneers. We're here in the beginning. It's not going to be smooth as silk. It's going to take a while, but they're moving forward, and they're listening, and that's all any of us can ask for, and so I'm fine with this. This is not a well-oiled machine yet, thankfully, because, we're all here early, and, some people could have bought a McDonald's franchise for $15,000 and they let the opportunity pass them by. It takes a little bit of a vision, a little bit of patience, but if the market's there, the market's there. And like I said at the event, I don't see any way in the world we're not going to capture at least 1% of this market over the next 10 years. And, that'll put us at a $10 billion company. If we did that, all we need is 0.01% of the market to be $1 billion company. And in the history of direct sales network marketing, there's only been 21 billion-dollar companies. I see no way this won't be one of those. I just believe it's going to happen. I do.
So we're putting tools together. So I just want to share a few of our tools, Dale, and then we can comment on. We've got some guests that you've invited, and I've invited to be here with us, because we're all so darn excited about what we saw, and we want to share that with those of you that are here. And here's just one of the tools that's available to so many right now as we go forward. And we thought we'd just share this video. So here's the Collectrek, sort of the story for the person that says, hey, I don't know what to say to somebody. Just take it.
Welcome to Collect Direct. Are you ready to connect your past to your future? For over 40 years, Collect Direct has collected thousands of unique items, from sports memorabilia, comic books, toys, coins, stamps, and much more. The world of collectibles is massive today, and they all have a value of some sort. And now this collection is available to the public to not only purchase, but an opportunity for you to cash in on rewards when others purchase items from our collection. From our website, you'll be able to type in and search for an item to connect you to your past. Maybe it's Bozo the Clown, or Gumby, or your favorite hockey player. You'll be able to find those memorabilia pieces on our website. The beautiful thing is you'll be able to point, click, and share them with other people too. It all starts with our $9.98 membership plan. You'll select the categories you are interested in, then you can point, click, and share the item with others. If they choose to participate, they can join your team. It's like operating a retail store out of your home, your computer, and phone. Share the website with others, and if they purchase an item, you get paid. Retail rewards range from 50 cents to $200. This is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week business where you can share hundreds of thousands of products. So don't miss out on those items from your past and start sharing today.
So the nice thing about the company as it goes forward is it's creating these tools for you to get in where you fit in and to allow you to sort of find your place here. And, so for some of you, you're just going to want to acquire these fans and the customers out there. And for others, you may want to build a membership around the world as you choose to expand it. And so as I touch on a few of these points here, our concept that we're all sharing right now is the fact that we just got to point to a website, click on it, and share what's there, and let your curiosity run wild. And that curiosity can come from all kinds of directions, and you can learn basically how to make money while you sleep. But I'm not going to go into all the details because there is 8 ways we can make money here. I just want to touch on one here tonight before we go to our guests and Dale and I kind of have some fun with them. We have something called a retail reward. And here's just some examples of prices on some things that might add up in a shopping cart. I could pick the $300 roughly ballpark item here, and somebody made $50 by point clicking and sharing that. It could be a combination of items, and every item has some sort of information attached to it. Now, again, tonight is about just opening your eyes for you new people that are here tonight. But we say from 50 cents to 200 and up, because as the company adds items to the shopping experience, there are a potential there for you to earn a lot more than that if you manage to have a customer that chose to buy that particular package. Like we said, get in where you fit in. One example I'll share with you in maybe a minute is, what if this 5-item cart looked like $329? 5 different categories. You see, Collect Direct has, the amount of categories is unbelievable, but I'm just using 5 here. Golf and baseball and Barbie and Pez and NASCAR. But there's other things, Hot Wheels and Beanie Babies and then all the different sports in collectibles. And then there's helmets and LPs coming and coins, tons of coins, saved coins in packages that are graded and so on. But if you were to buy this in your shopping cart and somebody clicked their link and you looked at that, they'd make $54. That's just an example of point clicking and sharing. And the ballpark number you see in this expression of number 1 is 16.5%. Well, I know business, and I know that in the Costco world, they don't generate 16% to everything they sell. They want to move those items. They want to sell them out, and they want to move on to another season or another product in that particular company's example. See, with Collect Direct, not only does the item pay you a retail reward, there's 5 other buckets of information in behind every item that populates other parts of our compensation plan. Again, the person that asked you to look at this, the person that shared this with you, ask them about that if you like. But at the end of the day, every one of those items in those buckets fill up your potential earnings, okay? So we want you to get in where we fit in, and we just want to touch on a couple of things tonight just so you can see. You could take a free position. It's called a pre-enroll position. And it doesn't allow you to make money. It doesn't allow you to enter anybody else in the system, but you can actually pre-enroll for free. But a membership here is only $9.98 annually. And that's what unlocks the compensation plan. That's what unlocks the ability to share the shopping experience so people can buy. There's other benefits, like you'll get an app you can use and all of the things that you need to build a business from your home or your computer or your mobile phone. So just to share with you some of the newest things that have come along that many of you have not seen yet, let's just watch a video on somebody saying, hey, I want to start for free.
When you pre-enroll for free, it means you're reserving your spot in our dual team structure while you take your time to gather information and make a decision. You'll have access to our back office reporting system where you can see potential volumes generated by new team members and customer purchases below you. You'll also get a glimpse of the member privileges and features available to upgraded members. However, please note that you won't be able to pre-enroll anyone until you become an upgraded member, and you won't have access to the contact information of the positions below you. Additionally, if you choose not to upgrade to full membership, the company can remove your position.
Dale, do you mind coming off mute and giving me your thoughts on somebody having the chance to maybe dip their toes and look at this and see if it's right? And meanwhile, the actual people that are becoming members are locking in below you. You can't look at them. Do you think that might cause a little curiosity that they might want to get involved by just, sort of dipping their toes? Or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it could. And I don't have a strong opinion, honestly, one way or the other on it. I mean, it's like for example, like I have a guy today that he has some special health guy on our team has some special health challenges. So when he generates through email people that want to talk to him or want to learn more, then he usually hands them off to me and I will talk to him. And I do, because he has some special health challenges. Well, I'd been gone for 3 or 4 days. And if we had had this during that time, he could have said, well, here, go ahead, get your free membership, look around so you can have some intelligent questions. And then when Dale gets back, we'll get on the phone together and get those answered. I think it helps people get back there and realize, my gracious, look at all this. Look at what they have. We have the warehouse tour video, and that helps. But, when they really can get in that back office and see all the different collections and everything that we have and how everything's structured, I think it's going to help people have peace of mind and just naturally move forward without question.
Yeah, and
So,
the nice thing, Dale, is if they want to move forward, they could become a member and change that free to a $9.98 membership and buy one of our packages. So let's just watch this video and it'll explain that for those of you that are here maybe for the first time.
As a club member, you'll be placed in the team leg that your enroller assigns you to. This position has the potential to accumulate volume from other members or customers placed below you in that leg. You'll also gain access to our back office reporting system, where you can view potential volumes generated by new team members and customer purchases below you. Furthermore, you'll enjoy various member privileges and features. You'll have the option to explore member-only purchase opportunities, review our compensation plan, and access training materials when they become available. Plus, you'll be able to track your activity and access contact information for your personally enrolled team members and customers. Club membership also grants you access to the Collect Direct mobile app.
So they've moved forward now. They've made a decision. They said, okay, I'm going to get in and be a member. So what happens next? They just start falling into what you described as the numbers. And there's no guarantee anybody's going to make any money here, Dale. But on the other hand, you as a potential sponsor want to believe that somebody's going to get interested here. So you've got a philosophy on this, which is the more you work, if you go to work, at some point, somebody's going to pop in there and say, I got to do this with you. I like the 6 idea, eventuating with 1 and duplicating that. You believe with your heart, though, those that just keep asking and getting better at asking and learning and earning will actually succeed, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And as I mentioned in Sioux Falls, if you didn't say a word, but you go into the marketplace and you hand out 50 postcards every day, that's all you did. Oh, I see you've got a Minnesota Vikings jersey on. You're probably a sports fan. Check this out. Oh, and you could walk through the mall and just look for people that have sports hats, jerseys, whatever. You get where literature flows, cash grows. Where literature flows, cash grows. You don't have to be an expert at any of this because the market is already there.
Love it.
It's already there. We don't have to convince them. We just got it's an exposure business. Expose, 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 expose. And I think the less you say, the more money you make.
I always call it don't dump the toolbox, right? That's what I always say.
That's right. That's right. That's a great example. Great saying. Don't dump the toolbox.
And obviously, there's good ways to do this and bad ways to do it. And guys like yourself and your wife, you guys are, people that have a system that works really well. So don't recreate the wheel. Find out what works for the people that it's working for and ask them and learn from them. And in fact, I've seen people sell 30 items out of a package, not with us, with another company, and their business died because they never duplicated how to tell other people to do that. With our company, right. The postcard program is duplicatable, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, one of the things, folks, that you're going to learn when you get into your back office is that there's 2 teams and you can drive the traffic in any team that you want, left or right in this example. This location called placement settings is located behind your dual team viewer. When you want to start building your team and you want to increase your team on the left or the right, point it there. Right now it's set on alternate, which means the team that you start bringing in will go left and right and left and right and left and right. You can choose to put it in one side or the other. I wanted to point that out to you. But let's just touch on this for those of you that are brand new here tonight. Hey, you've made a decision now. You've spent a membership for $9.98. What are you going to start with? Because we have 3 packages for the members to get started with: a dugout, sample collection. We like to call them a mystery box, because you just never know what you're going to get in it, and a bullpen, right? So we want to touch this for those of you, again, that have never seen this. I'm not going to get into the numbers here, but for $100, let's take a look at what you get. Let's watch this.
Welcome to the Dugout, an exclusive opportunity for our members to dive into a world of unique collectibles. Each item in this collection holds a value of $9.98 individually, but here's the exciting part. You get to choose any 10 items for just $99.98. The Dugout is not only a fantastic way to expand your own treasure chest, but also a valuable resource for adding shareable items to entice potential prospects and customers to explore your shopping cart. Additionally, the business volume and personal volume earned from each Dugout purchase doesn't just bolster your collection, it's also your express ticket to hitting those personal volume requirements for the month, turning it into a win-win opportunity.
Dale, the Dugout is probably one of the best tools for us as members and leaders to duplicate, isn't it? Every month, buy a Dugout. What do you recommend they do with those 10 items that they might choose? And by the way, folks, there's 168 in the Dugout as of today. Another 50 got added. So go take a look. There's some new items in the Dugout, and there'll be regularly added items. What do you think about the Dugout on a regular basis for your membership?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I've never collected a comic book in my life, but we did our dugouts we do our dugout order the first of every month. We did ours today, and we did all comic books because I don't know anything about them, have no clue, but it's like, okay, I've got the comic books, and what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to turn right around. I'm going to put them in my eBay store. And when there's other apps and other places you can place them. And I use dugout items as lead generation. That's my whole thing. I buy items that I can turn around, flip, and when somebody buys it, I send it out, and I send my postcard with it and a little letter, because who's going to buy comic books? Collectors. Who's going to buy anything in the dugout? Collectors. To me, it's my lead generation inventory. That's the way I personally look at it.
And that's the curiosity driver that is the real story in anything you do in entrepreneurship, is you've got to get the other person talking and get excited. And these little things will help you do that. Folks, I would say that it doesn't matter what is the price. If some of them are good, you're going to win because it's a mystery kind of an item in terms of value, but that's not what you're doing it for, as you just heard from Dale. The sample order, the mystery box, it's more money, but it offers you more mystery, more shareability, more curiosity to drive those customers to our website. Let's watch this video.
Welcome to the sample collection, where you as a member enjoy exclusive access to a wide range of categories, each brimming with carefully chosen selections by our team. Whether you're looking to share these items or expand your personal collection, you're in for a treat. But that's not all. Here's the exciting part. Every order from this category comes with a special surprise gift from Dave Jordan, our founder and CEO.
See, there's the mystery box side of it, Dale, isn't it? It's exciting when you can get something from Dave. You just never know what he'll put in there. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. Well,
absolutely.
We talked about one more package, right? Called the bullpen. This is about to go live within the next couple of days, but folks, it's 16 $29.98 items. And of course, it pays the member who brought that person in a little bit of money, right? $150 is actually the number. It's a nice commissionable amount. But the beautiful thing is 16 $29.98 items, Dale. Do you see yourself doing the same thing with that collection as well when it comes to driving curiosity and driving people to the shopping cart with 11 and 12 and 15 and 20,000 items by the end of the year?
Absolutely. I mean, Yeah, I wish that was the only way you could join, quite frankly. But, I understand get in where you fit in, but it's like, you know, eh, there's 16 items that you can immediately turn around, start creating conversations and leads with. So,
It's
yeah,
all,
I love the fact that we're coming out with that
and it's,
and can't wait to see it, honestly.
yeah, and it's all about numbers, isn't it? So here's the video on the bull.
Yeah.
Get ready to step into the bullpen, a unique collection of items valued at $29.98 each. As a member, you have the exciting opportunity to select a total of 16 different items, adding up to $479.98. The bullpen isn't just about expanding your personal collection. It's a dynamic resource for showcasing a diverse range of items to potential prospects and customers. The bullpen is an exciting way to kickstart your journey into the world of collectibles and ignite your business.
So we wanted to share some of those new things to all of you that are coming down the pipeline. And Dale, you've got some guests you've invited, Jerry and others. Maybe you can ask them to come off in any order you like. You got Jerry and Mike and Michael. Go right ahead, my friend. Let's see if we can get them excited and share their thoughts about what they've seen so far, or even this weekend.
Let's just go with Mike Culver because Mike had his several family members and several team members that were with us in Sioux Falls. So see what Mike has to say.
Well, thank you, Dale and Don. It was, I think what I'm going to do is just talk a little bit about my takeaways from the weekend. I mean, I think the opportunity, obviously, that we've been seeing in these videos and so forth, it's incredible. But, being a new company and starting up like this, the weekend was really revealing for me. I was able to bring my 2 teenage boys, my wife, and obviously some friends and people that were with us as well. I went in there I wanted to kind of get a peek behind the curtain. I think I've heard that line before as well, where, just see what the framework of the company is. Who is this Dave Jordan guy? Who's this guy from Canada that's questionable, and his lovely wife that wears all these different hats? Who are these people? And I wanted to see who, what it was about. And first off, when you walked into the room and just the setup of the stage was just fantastic. Everything was done so well and so nice. And I just sat there thinking, Dave Jordan paid for all of this for us. He fed us. He bought us lunch. He bought us dinner. He got us all there. It was a beautiful venue. It was a great experience. And then the culture, the people that I saw and met and shook hands with from all over the world. Jackie from Australia, Viola from Australia, people from all over the place. Michael Clark coming from Costa Rica. I was blown away by that. And then to hear different people talk and share their experiences. And one of the big takeaways for me was, well, obviously when Dale Calvert spoke, this ain't that. I kept thinking about MLM is fun again. It's fun again. You look at a lot of these people that participate in dying companies, and they're faking it. They're faking their enthusiasm. They're all smiling and chin wagging, pretending everything's fun. And everybody in the room knew that everyone's struggling. And when I looked at what we have here with these collectibles, the emotional attachment that people have, it's unbelievable. Don, when your wife Nancy was clinging to that Cabbage Patch doll and telling that story, that moved the whole room. And it tells a story. And that's what's so exciting about this. For me, I look at, Dave Jordan was so amazing to take us through the warehouse. I brought my kids in. My 14-year-old daughter's walking around. Her eyes, he was like he said, it was like Willy Wonka land. And my kids were so excited to talk to Dave Jordan. And I watched a dozen of us going through there, and every single one of us had an emotional connection to something in that warehouse. And you can't duplicate that in other opportunities. So when I look at where we are, I think that, this ain't that. Guys, we can make a living doing nothing more than customer acquisition.
That's right. My
My teenage kids are fired up to hand out postcards and acquire customers. When I heard Dale talk about 3,300 customers, if they average $200 a year, we're going to make a ton of money. And 3,300 customers handing out postcards are fans is not unattainable for any single person on the Zoom call, watching live or in the replay. So I get real excited about that. And I think that Dave Jordan's enthusiasm and passion, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. I believe he's an interesting guy. He's not a normal CEO, guys. You can't be normal to be collecting this kind of stuff for 40 years. He's got a passion about what he's doing, trying to bring and share people's past with their, the video said the future. I think it's the present, sharing their past with their present and connecting people with emotional things. I think that we've got a tiger by the tail here, and I'm genuinely excited to just go out and connect people with emotionally moving products that will bring joy to all of them. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity, and thank you for inviting me to speak.
Wow, that's awesome. Tell you, I'm ready to join right now, and I'm already part of it. So good on you, buddy. That was awesome. Appreciate you. Dale, you've got another guest, but why don't we jump in and bring in Lily in between? Lily, are you there? Unmute yourself. Share your thoughts. I believe you went through the warehouse as well.
Hi. Hi, Don. Hi, everybody. But yes, I did. I went to the warehouse, and it was just like, well, see, first off, I love what Dell said, because it literally put the this ain't that kind of stereo. It's like, I'm not a collector. I don't know anything about collecting, but I am an entrepreneur and I'm a businesswoman. So when I go in there, and I was just like unreal, blown up by what it is, it's just because of all the stuff that he have. And I was just like, 3 warehouse full of that? Because in any kind of business, how I look at it, it's just supply and demand. And boy, do we have the supply. I mean, like, do we have the supply? And I mean, the demand is, of course, is out there, with it being like, $1 billion company. Like right now, it's just a hot commodity. Everything is collectibles, and it's just not going to make any more. And what excites me so much more is the fact is that there's no competition. I mean, like, that's any kind of business like dream, you know what I mean? And just for an entrepreneur in the beginning of it, and we're on the land base of it, it's just, yeah, just ecstatic, to be honest. It's just like, so, I don't know, it was gasp for words, because I was just like, wow.
You said something that really excited me when you said the chance, the mystery of what I might get inside that sample order, the mystery box. You said that in itself got you fired up.
Yeah, because I mean, like, totally, like, I mean, like, anybody on here, I speak for myself, is that, you go spend $30-$50 on Amazon buying things that is like worth nothing. Why not just take that and buy something that is actually going to be something? You know what I mean? The chance that you're going to be able to get of that, and it's just the excitement of the not knowing, and it's just like, that's just, that itself just brings you back into being a kid. It's just kind of like, oh my God, what am I gonna get? I don't know what I'm gonna get. And it's just that, and it's just like, you're gonna get your money back regardless, whether you spent 20, 30, 50, 100, whatever. You're gonna make your money back. But the chance of you be able to get something that you can treasure and hold on to, that actually means something, and it's gonna worth more than it's on itself. Because just kind of like what he did with that pulling a cart, what is it, open the pack, the cart pack. Like, what he said, it was like, yeah, $30-$40 for that pack. But the chances you pull out something that is so rare and not like that, and he did it right in front of us, go on eBay and checked on it, and it was like, what,
it was $500
or $600.
Larry Bird.
Yeah. It was just like crazy. It was like a couple $1,000s, just like that, I mean, not that it, but a chance of that. And that was just exciting on its own.
On our Facebook page, you're more than welcome to join Facebook, Collect Direct, but we will be putting that on YouTube as well. So thanks, Lily. Appreciate meeting you again. I love your energy. Look forward to seeing you again.
Yes.
Dale, back
definitely. Thank you.
Let's go to your next guest, Dale.
Let's go to Costa Rica. This guy, I love him, and I don't care for too many Tennessee fans. But he it's not easy for him to get there, but he made it, and it was great seeing him again. Michael Clark down in Costa Rica. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. Well, like Dale says, it wasn't easy for me to get there. I actually had to spend 2 nights in the airport in Atlanta, but I was so fired up the first night. I was finishing reading Dave's book. thing. I don't know if you can see that, but I was reading Dave's book, and it was just incredible reading about this guy. And then, we get there and I see all these, my friends and that we've been Zooming with and the camaraderie, and I get a chance to sit down and meet you, Don and Nancy. And I realized, man, these are real people. And, Nancy's just not the pretty face with the hat on. She's a super intelligent, emotional, and passionate person. And man, you guys do just a wonderful job and energize the whole room. Like Mike Culver said, man, she had me. If I didn't save my napkins from the lunch, I was in trouble. I was boohooing like a baby. So it was incredible. And I got to see my first box break. I never had seen one. That was so exciting. And the chances to hear those names, Iceman, George Gervin, Patrick Ewing, Larry Bird, and then one of my hometown boys, Bernard King. It was great. Go ahead and cover your face, Dale. That's okay. But it was just incredible. And I got to tell you something, guys. I had to get my dugout order in. I did it as soon as I got back.
You keep talking.
I went into the dugout yesterday to get or the last day to get my order in, and I didn't realize it, but it was so neat that I could use my wallet to pay for it. That was so cool. I didn't expect that. So, and the items in the dugout, just like Dale said, oh my gosh, it's that's gold for us. So, an incredible event. Everything was first class. I met, other team members, Dimitri and Matt Williams, and Dimitri's son, so powerful. And I felt like this whole group is just a family. It's truly a family, and the opportunity here is just unbelievable. So let's rock this thing. It's real.
It was so great to meet you. You're like standing over top of me because how tall are you, anyways?
I used to be about 6'4", but I think my belly's bigger than my.
Well, I felt safe when you were standing next to me. I said, nobody's coming near me. I got somebody beside me watching over. That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. Hey, let me go to Jackie Boyle here. We'll just kind of go boy, girl, or whatever. Go ahead, Jackie. Come off mute here and just say hello.
Hey, Don. Hi, everybody. How are you? I just want to say, the weekend, the takeaway for me was the fact that I was super pumped anyway to make the effort to get there from Australia, because it's quite a trip, but it was well worth it. And just to be able to see Dave in his happy place from being with his previous company, and then to see him light up that stage and what he's provided us with in that business opportunity is literally priceless. Like, we have such a versatile and flexible business model. I'm talking for the whole world, but for the Australian market, it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody buys a gift for somebody. And Dave has provided us with a business model that is going to suit absolutely anybody, Don. And I do want to say, from just having the pleasure to be able to stay as a guest with yourself and Nancy for the last few days, I look at what we do have going forward, and thank you so much to Dave and yourself, is that we have simple tools, and it's only getting better. In the last 12 weeks from when we launched on the 1st of August, we now have these tools that we can duplicate with, and it's just getting better. And if you can't develop your business with that, if that's where you want to go, I don't know what you can, because it's just getting better. So Christmas is around the corner. And there's plenty of people buying something. So why not go and buy from us and be rewarded for your efforts?
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you. And it's sure been fun having you up in Canada here for a few days. This girl is from Australia, and we had her on a snowmobile yesterday. She went on a boat with snow all around her today, going to an island. and going to a beach that will be full of people in the summer, because today is not that weather. It's the colder weather. Jackie, it's been a lot of fun introducing you to a little Canadian North time. So thanks for joining us. That's awesome. Well, listen, guys, we've covered a lot tonight. Dale, come back on here. I know Jerry Zink is nearby here. So why don't you introduce Jerry, and we'll finish off with Jerry. Go right ahead.
Sure. Yeah, I met Jerry 25 years ago. We've never worked together. We've been in touch off and on over the last 25 years. And man, I've always wanted to work with him. And I think he's got unbelievable upside potential here. I really do. I see him doing phenomenal, but he's up in Minnesota. Jerry, share whatever you'd like to share, my friend.
Hey, Dale. Well, on a side note, man, I got a chance to sit next to the Culvers, and man, you got to be really proud of those boys. That was really a pleasure to meet those two. 16, 19, that's crazy. I'll tell you, I don't want to regurgitate what everybody said. Fantastic event. I met some of the coolest people. It was so awesome. But I'll tell you what I left with. I think everybody in that room knew what this ain't that meant. Okay. When I look at this, I look at 40 years of vision and preparation meeting one moment of opportunity. That's how I look at this. You know, Dave is a kid in a 50-year-old body, but who else could have had this idea and this vision and this preparation for 40 years to give us this opportunity? That's what I look at. This ain't that. We've got 40 years of vision and preparation that meets one moment of opportunity, and it's up to us to take advantage of it. That's what I took away.
Well, Jerry, it was awesome to meet you in person. I know you've been in Lake of the Woods, where we are right now at our lake home, not that far away. And we promised each other next year when you come back, we're going to do a little fishing together. You know, I'm looking forward to it. That was a great face-to-face, but you have mentioned that in the past. So folks, this is
We'll do it.
It's a team effort, right? And Dale, you're a big team builder, and you're also somebody that really gets that this ain't that, because that's something you said. But let's let you have the final thoughts here, and we'll wind her down, and I'll stop the recording. First of all, I appreciate you. You inspired me on the weekend, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. I know we're planning something somewhere in the first quarter, but finish it off, Dale. This was a great Zoom to let folks come out of their area where they are and share. So Dale, let's let you finish this off.
Well, I mean, for me, this whole profession is about, you know, and again, I know that a lot of the way I look at things is not the way people look at things. But for me, this is not about making an extra $200 or $300 a month. It's just not. It's in my mind, this is for people to be able to get free if they want out of their job, to be able to build it to a level that can create financial independence. Because if you have excess money that you can get totally out of debt, and you can start doing some other investing, and then that financial independence over time can literally lead to legacy wealth, something that you can, will feed your kids and your grandkids. And we all have heard that, but I mean, I've never not believed it or looked at it from that perspective. And I just think we're at a different time and place in history. We're at a different time and place in network marketing, team building. And the reality is you arrived here with the skill sets and the mindsets and the work ethic to make this happen, or you didn't. And if you don't have those, they can all be developed. And you have time to develop them next year from right now. Because what do I have to do? And you have time right now to get your mindset, your work ethic, your rhythm of building your business. You have time right now to take yourself emotionally, psychologically, maybe to a place you've never been before, but you have time to do it right now. You won't in 5 years. You won't in 5 years. 5 years, it will be too late. So I just hope people really grasp what they've got their hands on, what's ahead of them, what can happen, and anything you want. You know, I just sincerely believe the timing could not be better, but you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to put in the time. You're going to have to put in the education, and then just keep it as simple as possible and get through the numbers. That's the game. You'll win it. You can win it. I really believe that.
Well, Dale, we appreciate you as always. Folks, collectdirectmagazine.com. There's 52 pages there for you to learn about the collectible industry. Go ahead, go take a look at it. collectdirectcards.com. That's where you can order the postcards that they've all been talking about that personally link to your QR code and your website. We are at the cusp right now, folks. Dale, you're the rock star that I've always wanted to be around, and I appreciate you. Thanks for sharing from your heart. Everybody else, you guys are amazing. Jerry, Lily, Mike, Michael, and Jackie, thank you so much for jumping on here. We'll see you all soon. Let me just shut the recording off. Thank you, guys.